Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around the kingdom. So don't go away, we'll be right back. We in Bahrain must take extra precautions and better care of our skin. And we have here the right person to talk about the dermatology advice and care. With us is Dr. Mohammed Hussein. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great.
I'm Dr. Mohammed Hussein. I'm a cosmetic dermatologist based here in Bahrain, in Smart Care Medical Center in Zinj area. I've here for 4 years.
40?
4.
4 years.
4 years.
Okay, wow.
With experience of 23 years.
Amazing,
in
amazing.
dermatological field and especially in cosmetic field.
Amazing. How can we actually pretty much take care of our skin in such a weather?
First of all, we need to put sunscreen every day. Every day, it is a must. It's no way to say, I will not put sunscreen. I'm just going with a car for 5 minutes. No, you should put sunscreen every day and to apply it or reapply it every 2 hours, especially
Really?
if you are in sun,
Okay.
on sea, shopping, whatever, every 2 hours. You should.
Wow.
And try to find the good product from good companies, and SPF, which is a protection from the sun, to be 50 plus or not less than 50.
Wow. I mean, but what about those people working in the offices? They only get exposed to sun when they go to the car back and forth. They will still have to apply?
Yes, even in home. At home, we should put sunscreen in the morning.
Wow.
Avoid windows, avoid excessive sun, and even before we go for ladies, before they go to kitchen.
Yeah.
They should put sunscreen, lot of amount, and to keep little bit cooling, because melasma or pigmentation for ladies, it's not just from the sun, it's sun and heat.
And heat as well?
Yes, as well.
Wow. Well, you see, we don't get to know this and hear this
That's
every
why we
day.
need some cooling.
Yes, and we need a doctor like yourself to tell us about that.
AC, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, no, it's like, so we went to the beach 4 weeks ago, and we thought we had enough sunscreen.
Yeah.
The second day, I was crispy.
Sure, because sunscreen is good, and it is water resistant, as they say. But when you go to the sea, you should reapply again sunscreen, whatever it is water resistant.
Yeah.
And you should apply it every 2 hours. And for body, we have now some clothes, especially for sun. It's called UPF.
Okay.
This material of clothes, it will reflect the sun rays, especially UVA, UVB.
Okay.
And to absorb the rest of the rays and to prevent it from going deep to the skin.
Okay.
UVA is always for aging, but UVB is for burn, and both will increase the incidence of skin cancer.
Okay.
So we should put it. Whatever you are fair or dark skin, you should put sunscreen.
Okay. Okay. Seems like we have reached to a point that we need to be educated. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just let in things, just let it as it is. But today we've reached to a point we need to know the terminologies so we can read the products, can make the actual decision and the right one to choose the right product to what we actually need in or out of the house and all of that. And the funny part is that as well, when a lot of people think that we should be overdosed with vitamin D in Bahrain, but most of us have a deficiency with that vitamin. But we have the sun. It's like, no.
We have sun, but we all avoid the sun, and we're all at home. And no exposure to the sun is enough. So we need to do vitamin D3 lab test.
Yeah.
And if we have, if there is any deficiency, you should replace it with D3 capsules.
No, I definitely have a deficiency.
Perfect, good.
I like
so you exposed, you have good exposure to the sun.
It's like I just like, oh yeah, but I have a deficiency with vitamin D. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
like every other Bahraini at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
Some say that they actually experience more hair loss during the summer. Is that really a
No,
case?
it's not true. Not actually. This is not true.
Yeah.
There is no difference between summer, winter, whatever. No.
Okay.
And hair loss is يعني for have a lot of reasons.
Okay.
For men, it will be androgenic alopecia. It will be due to a high level of testosterone, which is good and not bad. This is very good.
See, repeat that again.
Yes, I will repeat it again.
Yeah.
Yes, for men, if you have androgenic alopecia,
Yeah.
you have baldness,
Okay.
and you have excess skin, excess hair in your body and face and mustache and
Yeah.
chin
Okay.
and whatever. So you are good. You have a good testosterone. Your health is good,
See,
and vice versa.
that's good news. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people say like I'm getting bald, and they think that it has to do something with their health and all kind of stuff.
No, not
Bad water.
results.
But you're saying that as we get older and if we lose hair and we have a good beard,
Yes.
we actually are in a healthy status.
is-
Actually, it shows health.
That's right.
See, we don't get to hear this every day.
That's right. And baldness is first of all, it's genetic,
Okay.
and whatever else is deficiency of vitamin A, deficiency of zinc, minerals, of iron, especially if you have some troubles with blood.
Okay.
So iron deficiency, malabsorption,
Okay.
and we replace it with vitamins, multivitamins. We can do PRP. PRP is we take plasma from a blood sample
Right.
and re-inject it again in scalp for rejuvenation or rehabilitation of vitality of skin of the hair roots.
Okay. Okay. Now, with all that been said right now, let's say if somebody says he wants to seek alternative kind of like ways of taking care of their skin and hair. So is there like more of like, instead of like going for products, like certain daily habits they actually have to go through every day,
Yeah.
like exercise, drinking enough water, de-stress, yoga, vegetables, fruits. Anything you can tell us about that?
Yes, all of this will be fine and good for our body health. This is good, but for skin, as you go for exercise, as you do go for gym,
Yeah.
just do little bit exercise for your face. Wash your face for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Do a massage.
Massage your face.
Yes,
All right.
يعني pamper your face, pamper
Pamper
your
your
skin.
face. Okay, great.
Yeah, just do a massage. It
Okay.
will stimulate your collagen, remove all oily skin, and remove dead tissues, everything with cleanser. Just 5 minutes. You can do it, AM and PM. And in the morning, just put sunscreen. It will be a moisturizer and prevent ultraviolet rays from going inside. And at night, you can put any products, just moisturizer or whatever the doctor يعني give you for hyaluronic acid, for vitamin C,
Right.
or whatever, vitamin E.
Amazing. And it's like, it seems like a lot of people today, when they're in their 20s, they don't really care. You know, it's
Yeah.
their body's just reproducing hair, skin, collagen, cells. They're really at their prime. But things start to get a little bit shaky when you reach your 30s, 35, and then when you hit your 40s, like something is different right now.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be before. And that's where people get to look at their face of like, oh yeah, I got expression lines all of a
Yes.
sudden. We got saggy bags under our eyes, receding hairlines. And all of a sudden now they just look like, okay, what should we do? Then they go for drastic measures. They fly to Turkey, you know,
For hair transplantation.
for hair transplants and all kind of
Hair
stuff
Yeah.
to pretty much try to catch on time and hold on to whatever look they had in their 20s and 30s. It plays a lot with people's confidence
Yes.
and self-image. What can you
Yes.
tell us about that?
First of all, I have advice for all people. Please don't don't look for the media as Instagram, as Facebook, as all of this. Just keep your trust yourself. Don't look for the ideal image. It's not in the reality. We don't have it. We don't have it at all. And be confident of yourself, happy yourself, and just go for a good doctor to choose the right enough or adequate for you, which is not. I mean, I have a lot of 10 things I want to do it, but it's not reality. Just to do Botox would be enough. Just filler for nasolabial folds will be enough. But I don't want to full transformation or face off. No, this is not reality. Don't puzzle yourself and don't look for Instagrams and whatever.
Right.
Just put your feet on ground.
Right. I mean, it does affect, right? When you see those
Yeah.
pictures of people say, oh, she is 50, but she looks like a 30-year-old. And it's like,
And
is that
celebrities,
normal?
No, it's not the reality.
It's not. And they
I
go,
see many celebrities and actors and whatever. No, in reality, they have same like us. They have large pores, they have blemishes, they have freckles, they have wrinkles. They do Botox, they do everything.
wow, wow.
Filler for lips.
Just
It's not the normal lips.
so basically and simply live your age as it is.
Yes.
Give every age its characteristics
Yes.
and
Age
live it.
gracefully.
Age gracefully.
Gracefully.
Exactly,
Please.
exactly. Gus, for the longest time, like speaking for myself, when I started seeing that my hairline's receding a bit, I gotta admit it, I felt like I didn't feel that comfortable in the beginning. But then as I've been reading more and understanding more and the whole thing with baldness,
Should be
it's
happy.
not a bad thing.
Not
actually.
at all.
It's not a bad thing.
You should be proud.
I should be proud. Okay, then I'm not sure when I'm gonna be bald, but we'll see. Let that take place in course, I guess.
Look for your family.
Yeah,
See how bald, how many men are bald,
yeah.
and you will take some of them.
Okay,
You will be like them.
okay, great. And then
So don't worry.
I'm gonna compensate with my beard, I guess.
Yeah, it's good.
Amazing.
Good for you.
Amazing. These were like interesting advices, and the thing is, I feel that it's the first time we get to hear that it's actually that when you get bald, it's a sign of good health.
Yes.
We don't get to hear this a lot. You know, everybody's offering like, what should you do to regrow your hair to regain whatever look you had in your 20s or 30s to still look that confident? But it seems like pretty much, as you said, we have to age gracefully
Yes,
and let
that's right.
everything take its course as it is to your 50s and 60s.
Yes.
You know, we need more of that actually, especially from a dermatologist like yourself,
Thank
doctor. With all that been said, any last words?
Put moisturizer for face, for full body.
Yes.
Use oil after shower.
Okay.
It will be good. Don't use hot water.
Okay.
Just lukewarm water will be fine.
Okay, great, great. That's a good advice. Well,
Yeah.
Doctor, thank you so much for joining us right here on Bahrain
Thank
Now.
you.
And we
My
can
pleasure.
wait. Oh, definitely. This has been a really interesting talk, and we need to have
Thank
this
you.
again, definitely on TV.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being
My
with
pleasure.
us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these were the valuable advices of Dr. Mohammed Hussein, especially at the time of summer right here in Bahrain. Stay tuned for more right here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, with another exciting and very informative talk. As the old saying goes, beauty is only skin deep, and that's pretty much, let's say, holds a grain of truth. Our skin is the largest organ on our bodies, and it's the first thing many of us notice about ourselves and others. As durable as our skin can be, a wide range of stimuli can affect our skin and its health. To tell us more about this fascinating world of dermatology is Dr. Amin Al-Awadi, a consultant dermatologist who holds the Arab European Board for Dermatology and an American Fellowship. Well, good evening, doctor. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Bo, for inviting me today, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Most
in this
definitely.
program.
Most definitely. We've seen you talk so many times on social media and different conferences, so it's a great honor to have you here. So a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Like you said, my name is Emil Awadi. I'm a consultant dermatologist. I'm a head of dermatology in Salmania Hospital. I have to say, I love what I do. Dermatology is a very nice field. A little bit about what type of dermatology I do is that I specialize in complex medical dermatology, and that's the form of dermatology that's concerned with complicated diseases and the treatment of these diseases, both in terms of diagnosing them and treating them.
Okay.
So in a way, I get all the cases that other people cannot diagnose or cannot treat. That those that require, let's say, deep investigation, taking even skin biopsies, and by myself I read the skin biopsies, formulating the correct diagnosis, and then treating the patients accordingly.
Wow.
So there's something to that that's somewhat satisfying, when we always grow up as kids, like we like Sherlock Holmes stories and Agatha Christie stories where you investigate a difficult case that no one knows how to solve, and then you solve it, and then the other person feels happy that you solved it. So I feel like that's in a way what we do in our practice and in my practice.
Amazing.
And so far we've been doing good with it, like both me and my team. And it's just on a daily basis we get like interesting people with interesting complaints. We investigate them, we treat them, and everyone's satisfied.
Seems very exciting, very interesting, like a scene from the TV series House, I would say.
Yeah,
I would say maybe
that a lot.
if ever you maybe you can actually have your own series, like pretty much a cameraman follows you with all the case stuff like that. It seems there's a lot going on with what you do.
Yeah, well, a few years down the road we might have enough material for that. Yeah, why not?
I think you have already as it is. Being the head of the dermatology department and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you get exposed to a lot. But it's so interesting to hear that, because a lot of people will go more into the aesthetics when it comes to dermatology, where the market is, but you actually specialize in the complexity stuff when it comes to the case was complicated and there's a lot of layers to it, so pretty much it satisfies you to see that you get to help people with those hard diseases. So we appreciate you for that. We need people like you more and often. So what can we do for pigmentation?
What you can do for pigmentation, honestly, is sun avoidance.
Sun avoidance, that's it.
Sun avoidance.
Just don't go to the beach every day.
well, the thing is, I never like to discourage people from going out and doing activities outside. It's just like, okay, you can go to the beach, you get yourself a good big umbrella,
Yeah.
Don't suntan. We as dermatologists, we never recommend suntanning. It's just like how cardiologists would never recommend smoking.
Yeah.
To us, this is our smoking.
Really?
Yes, it's tanning and sunbathing is our smoking. So to us, it's like a no-no.
Oh, wow. You see, two things. People like with my friends and all of that, they don't know like how many times they actually have to apply sunscreen and sunblock. They think it's just just apply it once or twice and we're good to go. And everybody wants to get a tan at some point. It's like, oh, we want to get a tan, that kind of stuff. But we never knew it was that bad.
Yeah, it's not good, because tanning, not only does it increase your risk of skin cancer, it decreases the immunity of the skin, because when you get a lot of sun, the immune cells in your skin gets suppressed, and the immune system is actually the first line of defense against cancers, not just towards outside infections, because cancers in a way are also foreign, like sometimes they're recognized as foreign cells like invaders.
Yeah.
So just like your immune system fights infections, it also fights your cancer cells. So when your immune system is suppressed, your chances of cancer get much higher. So that's why sunbathing also increases the risk of both skin cancers and other internal cancers.
From your perspective, what is the big deal about tanning?
So,
is it the color?
It's just some people are not satisfied, I guess, with with the color that has been handed to them.
Okay.
So they want a richer color. I mean, I'm never against people wanting to modify or change the way they appear, and it's as long as they can do it without harming themselves, that's fine with me. But there are safer ways to do it. Like there are a lot of now tanning creams, creams that can enrich your skin color. There's a lot of moisturizers or sunblocks that give you a more a darker color, and that's even temporary because you can just wash it off at the end of the day.
Right.
And it's safe. It doesn't involve you suppressing your immune system. Doesn't involve you putting yourself at risk of skin cancer or abnormal pigmentation in your skin. So to me, that comes as a good, let's say, in-between solution to get some form of a tan, but without the harms that come with it.
Okay, wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting. It's like, oh, I want to get a tan because it makes them look hotter, makes them look a little bit more attractive with the skin color, but never have I thought that it can be as bad as smoking to a cardiologist. You see, that's a statement right there. Now, let's say a lot of people, let's say they just want to say, you know what, I want to make sure that before I go to the extreme measures of visiting a dermatologist, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes we need to visit a dermatologist, like visiting a dentist, just to check up on our skin. But is there like daily habits we need to pretty much embrace just to have better skin, healthier look, younger look, and whether it's for the hair, nails, the skin? What do you recommend?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. So, you know, with the media and with all the commercialization of like certain creams that are very expensive, and like, you know, those that tell you that, you know, that keep you being young, and some procedures that keep you being young and all of that. Yeah, some of them might work, some of them have merit, but to me, it's like focusing on the, like, you know, little details, but forgetting the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, it might sound very simple, but honest to God, that's basically what our dermatologists would tell you, is that you eat healthy, you sleep enough hours, you avoid smoking. These three things are very much important to keep your skin healthy. Other than that, moisturizing your skin every day, like morning, at night, you have to moisturize your skin. That keeps the skin very much healthy.
Yeah.
And what we also recommend is that at night, before you sleep, use what we call a vitamin A cream or a retinoid cream, something like, you know, the commercial names like, you know, Differin or Accutane creams. You apply them every night. These have been studied and have been shown to have medical benefit in preventing skin aging. Yes, you can use your anti-aging creams, you can use your vitamin C serums, you can use your Botox and all of that to keep your skin young. But this, to me, these are, let's say, extra things. But you have to do the basics. Moisturize your skin, apply vitamin A cream every night, avoid smoking, sleep enough hours, eat healthy, exercise. These are the main cores of having a good, healthy skin routine.
How many hours per day do we recommend for us to have a good skin?
How many of sleep?
Yeah.
Medically recommended, but people differ based on their needs, but it's between 7 to 9 hours a day.
Okay, 7 to 9. 7 is okay. 9 can be a stretch to some.
Yeah. I mean, I barely sleep 7 hours.
You and I together. Well, any last words? Although I would love to ask you more questions, but you know, pretty much it's a lot. Is it the dermatology world is just massive? But any last words?
No, I mean, the dermatology, like you said, is a very broad field, and I would be very happy to explain more and more about several diseases in the future. Maybe one last message for our fellow Bahrainis is that, you know, always get your information, whether it's dermatology or anything else, get your information from trusted sources. Like, you know, as a dermatologist, we see a lot of false advertisements regarding skin diseases, treatments for skin diseases, how to avoid certain things, and many of the information that's you know, shared on social media or outlets that are not medical are usually false information or misled informations or inaccurate information. So like, you know, you're never gonna go ask, let's say, your barber about law advice, and at the same time you're not gonna ask your lawyer to cut your hair. Yeah. The same thing with medical knowledge. You have to go for the person who's responsible, you know.
Right.
And just like any other field, you always ask the experts. So maybe that's just one little piece of advice I would share before the end of the interview. And thank you so much again for having me. This was a very comfortable talk, very comfortable sitting.
Appreciate it.
And I'm very happy to be here.
And definitely, I'm not going to go to a lawyer for a haircut. I mean, that's for sure. It's like, oh, I like to have the haircut under this certain decree, Your Honor. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Amin, for being with us. And definitely won't be our last. We can't wait to have you back again for more talks in the dermatology world. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the very informative and very exciting talk with Dr. Amin Al-Awadi into the dermatology world, all that took place right here on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. Another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. I'm Bara Abdallah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.